one of the things you'll find in a cult is that the people, the cult members, they will often have this, they'll often appear to be intoxicated. They're not sattvic. Sattvic means peaceful. They're high on Shakti. Shakti means energy or power. And there's a difference between, and it's essentially Rajasic. Most cults are Rajasic. And most people who attend cults are Tamasic, which is why they're attracted to them. We're not judging, by the way. Remember, there's nothing wrong with being, we're not saying, oh, these silly Tamasic people following these silly Rajasic people. No, we're not judging, we're describing. We have love for all. I certainly do. But the Tamasic people who are full of negativity are attracted to the vibrancy, the passion of Rajas. Rajas means that passionate energy. And with sattva is peaceful energy and wisdom and intelligence. It's very difficult for a cult to flourish around sattva, around peace and wisdom. Because the sattva gives rise to clear seeing. And with clear seeing, belief and dogma fall away. Attachment falls away. But you'll see, if you look at cult members, they usually look like they're high or they're intoxicated. And I'm not saying intoxicated with a substance necessarily, although that may be the case. Intoxicated with Shakti, with love. And you'll see this sort of look in their eyes, this blissed out look in their eyes. And they'll be often exuding happiness. And the picture of enlightenment is a Rajasic picture of enlightenment. It's not sattvic, it's not stillness, it's not peace. It's almost always inevitably savikalpa and not nirvikalpa. It's almost inevitably saguna and not nirguna. Nirguna, nirvikalpa means without objects. Saguna, savikalpa means with objects. They have not renounced the world. They have not renounced the world. They're still obsessed with the world. They're still attached to the world. Maybe because as long as you're attached to the body-mind, you're going to be attached to the world. When you see the body-mind to be real, you see the world to be real. And often they'll want to do lots of things in the world. And this is when you get these things like, we want to enlighten the world by 2040 or something like this. I'm not saying all these groups are bad, by the way. I'm not saying they're all necessarily cults, but these are red flags for somebody who is truly interested in liberation. So that's another red flag, which is about body-mind. It's about world. It's about Rajasic energy in the cult. The people who are in this group, they tend to be enamored with the intoxication of Rajas and Shakti energy, as opposed to peaceful abidance, non-dogmatic, peaceful, wise abidance. Back to Arwen's point about need. A true teacher, a true guide doesn't need anything. Doesn't need any followers. And because of that, a true teacher will never demand something from the followers. They'll never say, oh, you have to follow me, you have to venerate me. And you never owe the true teacher anything. You never owe them anything. My feeling towards anyone who comes to this group, no one here owes me a damn thing. I might ask something from you sometimes. Oh, could you do this? Do you mind reading the invocation? You don't owe me anything. And you know what? I don't owe you anything. This is a relationship of equals. We come together like an adult relationship between two mature individuals, let's say. You come here freely, I come here freely, and we share, we talk, we commune, and that's it. And if at the end of the day, if you want to not come here again, that's fine. And if you want to come here again, that's fine. The true guru doesn't demand anything. Doesn't say, oh, you have to come. You have to do this. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're not, you have to prove yourself as the true devotee. You see? So the true teacher doesn't need anything. It's happy with people around him or her, happy without people around him or her, happy being, happy teaching, happy not teaching. Makes no difference. So there may be a mutual gratitude, mutual love, and mutual devotion. But that's different to you owe me. Look what I've done for you. Now you owe me. You got to pay me back somehow. No, none of that stuff. There's no coercion. Have I explained that well, or can anyone explain that better?
No, I really liked your explanation about the tamasic people being attracted to their Rajasic cult leader. I never heard it put that way, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and when you're tamasic, you see, when you feel negative, that's when you're, because tamasic energy is dull, it's negative, it's tired, it's slothful, and it's unwise. It's thick in delusion. So this is the kind of person, the kind of mind that is most likely to be deluded and led astray. It's the least discerning of the energies of the gunas, is tamas. So yes, so the followers of a group of some kind of cult group, some dogmatic group, they will tend to be tamasic, and they will tend to not be able to discern the true spirituality, and they'll be attracted to vibrancy, passion in the world, for the body mind, and they'll be attracted and possibly fooled by charismatic leaders who exude energy, who exude passionate rajasic type imagery and energy, and they'll be attracted to that. Why? Because tamas is naturally attracted to rajas. That's the way it goes. And that's why I say, when you're on the path from tamas to rajas, you have to seek rajas, but you do it in the least harmful way possible. Do not put yourself, try not to spend vast sums of money. Try not to do silly things with your body and mind. Try and be least dogmatic as possible. Follow something that's simple. Oh, humility was another one. Find a teacher or a group that are humble. They don't claim, they're not arrogant. They're not full of puffed up people who think they know everything and who've got all the intellectual answers and are looking down at other people thinking, oh, our group isn't our group better than all the other ones. But they're humble. They say, yes, this is a way. This is what I know. I'm sharing what I know. And that's it. And maybe there are other ways that I don't know. And what I say is that all these teachings have a role. All these teachings have a value, depending where you're at. But very few teachings teach the full way.